Good morning, everybody. Whew. My screen seems very bright. Okay, there we go. All right, interesting morning going on right now. Just take a look at it. So Bitcoin seems to be one of the big news items in the morning. Bitcoin is making new all-time highs, 64,000, and it's just about right around there right now. For those of you who trade Bitcoin versus holding Bitcoin, for those of you who hold Bitcoin, just keep holding. But for those of you who trade Bitcoin, currently Bitcoin is therefore at the top of the range of its trading range of expected profit target. So between 65,000 and 68,000 would be the absolute just highest they'll probably go. But you can't even expect that. This could be the highest it goes before it goes back to 56,000. So the next pullback will be to 56,000 on Bitcoin. And right now is when you need to be taking your profits if you're trading Bitcoin. Remember, if you're not trading it, if you're just buying and holding, you're good. But if you're trading Bitcoin, that includes a lot of extra risks, calling tops and bottoms and short-term ranges. Okay, that's trading. Then we are now at a topping point, and you probably need to start thinking about taking some profits, somewhere between 10% and 50% over the next run here. And it ought to top out maximally between 65 and 68,000. However, that is not a prediction. The predicted top end of the range right now at 2 standard deviations is 64,000. So we are basically right here where you should be taking your profits, but you can leave a little on the table to see if you can get 65 to 68 out of it. That is also pushing up Riot and Mara, obviously, and other Bitcoin miner stocks, related miner stocks. And I haven't taken a look at Ethereum, but Ethereum probably is also running in sympathy and in parallel. And yes. So Mara, Riot is up 4 points. Mara is up 3 points. They're both up similarly great. And hopefully you got into a bunch of Mara and Riot calls yesterday. If you're not already in them, our trading group is already in all these Bitcoin crypto related calls because we're playing the stimulus. Stimulus checks are going to trickle down and into crypto over the next few months and increase the whole crypto market with Bitcoin in the lead by a large factor. Probably 100,000 on Bitcoin is inevitable. And we have options until June, hoping for that target. Good morning, everybody. Let me make sure that I share chat here. Dad jokes, Boulder, Colorado. That was funny. Yeah, I do have to make some settings here real quick. All right, there we go. Back to me. And there we go. I don't think I can hear you. Oh, are you talking? Well, anyway, I got to mute you. I'm not sure what's happening there with Mr. Dad jokes. Oh, there we go. All right. Let's see. Always a good idea to sell some when the big gains come. Yes. Let's take a look at the pre-market chameleon and see what's hot this morning. Here we go. All right, so with 1.4 million in volume, MFNC, and the news on that is okay. No news. MFNC. Good morning. And we also have NVCR. And OBAS, OBAS. And Wriggle. And then below 20%, we've got VTVT. And of course, Turks, which yesterday was insane, dropping from 100 to 12 and then bouncing to just 20. Like, talk about a dead cat bounce. And then yesterday we had LYL, and that seems to be moving still this morning as well. Was at 1.5 and hit almost a double, 2.5, almost 3 pre-market. So if you were the early bird and you woke up at 4 a.m. and you could have looked at your shares and seen that, taking some profits off, and could have been a happy camper. But now it's all the way back to 1.68, closed at 1.48. So now it's only about 15% instead of 90%. So that goes to show how much money you can make waking up early in the morning, very early in the morning. Oh, hey, Noah. All right. So, and then we also have NVCR, which was trading at 130, but popped all the way to 260. So that is a double. And now pulling back to 210. What do we have news-wise on that? Let's take a look. Checking announces update on phase 3 pivotal tumor treating trials, lung cancer tumors. Phase 3 results are in. And so that was huge. The stock doubling news. Let me see what the float is on that. The float is 88 million, so it's going to be hard to move that stock during the market. It would have been great to get it pre-market probably. Then we have MFNC, which has an okay shape. It's above WAP. And the news on the float on MFNC, 8.9 million. All right, now that one can move. And what is the news? I show no particular news, but obviously there is something. Does anyone know MFNC? I'll go check stock twits. MFNC. Mackinac Financial. Okay. Financial. Stock is down 10% on this merger. It looks like it's possibly a merger going on that affects the company's holdings. You don't think it's worth holding the May 28th riot, 50 strike, I think you're talking about, 50 strike riot calls closer to expiration? That's up to you, man. Bitcoin is going to come back to 56,000. That's the next pullback. So, if you don't mind, not taking profits, and then like holding and everything, and then waiting for it to go further, go for it. But that just depends on whether you're a holder, a buy and holder type of person, or a trader. And there are risks to trading, and there are risks to buying and holding. The risks to trading are that when you sell, it goes up higher. If you only have one call, then why are we even talking to you, right? But if you have like a bunch of calls, then take some profits today. Take one. If you have like 10 calls, then sell one. Otherwise, yeah, good luck. Let's see if there's anything else in the pre-market, possibly bigger companies up a lot. Let's take a look. Well, I did notice that Tesla is up a bit more this morning, pushing 710. Remember, if it breaks 720, well, technically 718, but basically 720, that's trend reversal. So that's kind of a big, huge moment on Tesla if it breaks out of 720. If it does, you still have the risk that it could be a fake out. Ideally, you'd want to grab it when it back tests. In other words, that's when it bounces off of that same level, coming back down like a couple days later. But that might really test your FOMO faith. So good luck on that. Yes. Okay, that's an acquisition deal. All right. What is the symbol to trade Bitcoin? No, there's no symbol. There is no Bitcoin ETF yet. I think Greystone or something has some Bitcoin ETFs. Not sure, but they haven't been approved yet. Greystone Bitcoin ETF. Yeah, I had that right. Greystone. There's one called it's on the OTC. There's no actually any federally SEC approved Bitcoin ETFs yet, but there is one called GBTC. Grayscale. There you go. And I'm not sure how well it tracks the price. Let's see. GBTC. It's on the OTC, I guess. It is not on any of the bigger exchanges. It doesn't track the same price. I'm not sure what price it's tracking. Right now it's at 54.5, whatever that is. It's relative and proportional. So somebody asked that question. If you'd like to join my trading group, click the link in my bio. I have a link there to join my trading group. And we live trade all day. PayPal up 1.4%, Pfizer 1%. So you heard about Johnson & Johnson had at least 10 very bad blood clotting cases come back linked to the vaccine. So Johnson & Johnson has been suspended from giving those vaccines out. And so I guess that's helping some of the other companies. Moderna and Pfizer are going to go up, and Johnson & Johnson is going to go down. Yep. Billy makes a good point. Just remember that one of the better ways you can play Bitcoin is through the market is options on Riot and Mara. Puts on Johnson & Johnson, perhaps, but I will tell you this, that I hate Johnson & Johnson. It's one of the most highly manipulated market manipulated stocks on the market. So I'll keep it up in the little corner of my screen, and that's about it. We'll be very careful on that. Applied Materials is up 1.1%. That's one of my swing purchases. Let me take a look here. Been waiting for it to break over a previous candle high. 135 in the pre-market. It said it's up in pre-market, but I'm not showing that. Applied Materials. Okay, well, if Applied Materials can break over 139, then that's a swing entry for about 1 month, about 3 weeks of appreciation, price appreciation, between 2 and 3 weeks. So that's a good swing trade that could come up today. I don't know why I'm showing that it's up in pre-market now when it's not. Let me refresh this. Maybe something's off here. Yeah, it's not even on the list anymore. That was so strange. It just had a little micro pop there, I guess, that showed up on the list. Zoom looks like it's up quite a bit pre-market. Pulled it up down here. We have 14 minutes until the opening bell. Zoom closed yesterday around 321. Hit 320. So let me see if there's any news on that. Kathy Woods buys another workhorse dip. Also adds DraftKings, Peloton, Square, and probably Zoom because that's why this news article showed up, I think. Let's see. Okay, that article won't come up for me. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Found it. Business Insider. ARC Space Exploration Innovation ETF, the company's newest fund, added 128,000 shares of Workhorse. The fuck does Workhorse have to do with space? Okay. The Space Fund is mainly focused on companies developing technology around space flight, but companies such as Workhorse and agricultural equipment maker Deere have found their way into the ETF. They don't even explain why. They have found their way into the ETF. They found their way because Kathy Woods is apparently similar to Biden, a little bit senile or something. The investment firm's daily trade disclosures sent every night to investors have in recent months caused certain stocks to see a spike in the after-hour session. Here's a list of 37 more stocks that the hedge fund bought and sold on Monday. Let's see. Open. They bought Open Door. Sold Silvergate. Bought Adapt, ADPT. Bought BLI. Bought Mass, MASS. Bought RPTX. SYRS, sold SYRS, sold PHR. Bought Unity Software. Bought TXG, which is 10X Genomics. Bought Fate Therapeutics. Bought Exact Sciences Corp, EXAS. Bought 431,000 shares of DraftKings. That's a pretty big purchase. DraftKings. She bought DraftKings and SpaceX. Fucking, oh my God. Bought 277,000 shares of Beam. But she just like takes people's money and just is like, hey, why not? Bought 277,000 shares of Beam. Bought 86,000 shares of Square. 318,000 shares of SPFR. 140,000 shares of SPC. Bought almost 500,000 shares of Nano Dimension, NNDM. Bought 33,000 shares of JD. Bought Iridium, IRDBM. 3D Systems, DDD. Deere. Oh, she sold 7,000 shares of Deere. Right. Which a small portion of her Deere holding. Synops, SNPS sold Teradyne Systems, TER, sold AVAV, AV, sold TSM, Taiwan Semiconductor, bought 55,000 shares of Zoom. So there you go. That's on the Zoom. Bought 77,000 shares of Peloton and bought 100,000 shares of Lending Club. And this list is starting to show DraftKings again. And why? There's Deere. Yeah. Why are there duplicates here? Lending Tree sold 4,000 Lending Tree. sold 131,000 of Team, which is Atlassian Corp. DraftKings bought 30,000 shares. Why did that show up twice? I don't know. Deere sold 10,000 shares of Deere. Oh, I don't know. Oh, we're almost to the end of the list. Yeah, and Garmin, Garmin. I guess. Okay, that's weird. In case you need like GPS locators on Mars or something. Sold Garmin. Also, yeah, no, that's it. All right, that's very interesting. All right, let's take a look at some more of these interesting picks here today. So that was the news. That's why Zoom is up a little bit, because Kathy Woods put some into her ARC-X ETF, so that I guess we can do, interplanetary Zooms is the play there. These things are just crazy. Somebody said Dogecoin is crazy. You mean Dogecoin, right? Or are you talking about, is there another one called Dogecoin? Square is already up. All right, let's take a look. Yeah, Square went from 265 to 268. Let's see. I'm going to refresh. We have 8 minutes to the market open. Let's see if there's anything more popping right now. Anything new? Did we check out LGVN? I don't think we did. That's up 27%. Surge on positive results in Alzheimer's disease. LGVN. Don't think we looked at that. No, we didn't. Okay, so LGVN popped from 6.7 all the way to 9 right now. And it's short. Its float is, it's not short. Its float is 3.2 million. Wow, very nice. Nice and small. It's already traded 1.4 million shares. So that's really going to run. Okay, cool. Thanks for posting that. Doge, yes. So LGVN has a 3.6 million float and it's traded 1.4 million shares. So it's already traded half its float. So it's really going to, if it has the possibility of running, it really can. LGVN. So you high frequency traders should definitely have that on your radar. Okay, let me double check here if there's anything else way up that we didn't account for. Nope, that's everything. Okay, now let's go after any of the big caps. So like I said, Tesla and Zoom, Square, Micron's up a little bit. Let me see if I can find any really big ones. Moderna is up 5.8%. So let's take a look at that. Went from 139 close all the way to 151 in pre-market. That's a huge increase. So we'll be looking for a mega dip buy trade today on Moderna for sure. Really positive sentiment there. I suppose that the thinking is the FDA didn't do anything about theirs, so theirs must be doing just fine. More market share for Moderna in this race of vaccine deployment. Also, somebody said NVIDIA. Okay, let me take a look. Had an increased price target. All right, pulling up NVIDIA. Also, really with big increases is EOG. Not very much volume trading on that though. FedEx also up 1.2%. No, Nvidia is not really up. I mean, it maybe had positive news, but it's not even as high as it was yesterday. It's not even as high as it got to yesterday. So like that's not super extraordinary. It's not extraordinary, you know what I'm saying? All right, but Nvidia, we will keep that just up in the corner right there, just in case it does end up running today. Peloton obviously up a little bit because of probably ARC-X. Although I'll double check the news on that. Yeah, that's why. Any other huge gainers? MGA with 100,000 volume, not a ton of volume. MGA. Market opens in 4 minutes. All right, MGA is up. Looks almost like a buyout. Let me take a look at the news on that. MGA news. Joint venture with LG is said near contract to build Apple electric cars. Magna joint venture with LG is said near contract to build Apple electric vehicles. Wow, that's interesting. So Magna might be hot today. We'll keep that up in the corner as well. MGA. All right, everybody on TikTok, it's been a pleasure this morning having you join me for the pre-market game plan. And on YouTube, thank you very much, everybody. Make sure you click the link in my bio and my profile to come join the trading group right now. All right. See you soon. Bye-bye.